Hey everyone, in this video we are going to solve generate parenthesis. We are given n pairs of parentheses and we have to generate a function that will return all combinations of well-formed parentheses. Well-formed parenthesis means that the string of parentheses will be valid. If you want to know more about the valid parentheses, you can check out my video. That is optional problem that you can do, otherwise you will understand this without that easily. So let's understand this by visualization. So there is two main condition in this problem. One is open is less than n, then we can add the open parenthesis, and when close is less than open, then we can add close parenthesis. And as the valid parentheses are in pairs, so the string length will be n into 2. We can also take the example, like in first example, the number of elements is 3 and the string length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So moving forward from 1 to n, we have to satisfy these both two conditions, that is open is less than n, then we can add open, and when close is less than open, then we can add the close parenthesis. Otherwise there will be problem. Suppose if we do close is less than open and add closing bracket before open bracket, and after that we do the second condition, that is open less than n open bracket. So that means in this example this will be our wrong solution, since this is not a valid parenthesis. So we must have to follow this condition. Now suppose n is equal to the 2, and then in the starting the open will be 0 and the close will be 0 and the n will be 2. The n will be constant till the end. So when the string is empty, then moving forward we have two choices, that is we can add the open bracket and we can add the closing bracket. Since we cannot add the closing bracket before the open, so we first start with the left side. So again we have two choices, that is open and the close. So here there will be open condition, open is less than n, and the other will be close is less than open. So when we follow this condition, then we can add one open bracket. I am taking this as a common so that it will be easy to understand. Now it will be 1, since we have added 1. Then we again have two choices, open this condition and this condition. So when we take the this condition, then we can add one more open bracket. Again we will recurse, this will be updated to 2, and since 2 is equal to 2, we cannot add more open brackets. So here when there will be two choices, that is open is less than n and the close is less than n. So we cannot move in the left, so we will move in the right. So when we move in the right, so there are two open bracket, we can add one more closing bracket, so it will become 1, and we move forward in this condition. So there will be like two open bracket, one closing bracket. So when we check this condition, so we cannot add one more open bracket, we have to add closing bracket, so that will be closing, and now this will also become 2. And after this, since open is equal to 2 and close is also 2 and n is also 2, we cannot move forward, so we have to backtrack. So this will return back, this will also return back, this will also return back, as the left and right is completed in the recursion. So we reach to this position, and as you can see here, the right is not visited yet. So we have backtrack, and we have to remove this, and the open bracket is 1. So when we move in the right condition, so we will get the closing bracket, and there will be 2 cases in this case. That is, we have to check the open is less than n and the close is less than n. Let me write this in the little bit right. It will be linked here. We can move forward since the open is less than n. We can add the open bracket. So this will become 2. Now again we have 2 choices, the left one and the right one. So we cannot go in the left one because we have to increase the open, and in this case the open is already 2, which is equal to the n. So we have to go in the right direction. And when we go in the right direction, so we can add, so there is a copy of string like the previous one, and we have to add the closing bracket. So it will become 1 when we reach here, and it will become 2 when we reach to this position. So as all 3 are equal, we cannot go in the left and right in this. So we have to backtrack it. So after this, we have only one choice left when we go in the right of this. And as I already told you, we cannot add the closing bracket before the open bracket. So this will be non-valid. And this is our whole example, like how we recurse and backtrack. Let's write the code for the same. So first we take a vector of a string in which we store our answer. After that, we write a helper function. Let's name it as fn function, short form, and pass the answer array n, the integer. Open will be 0, the close will be 0, and we have to pass the empty string. Now let's write the recursive function of type void. So first we have to take the vector of a string for the answer, and we have to pass by reference for the answer. Then we take a variable n, variable open, variable for the close, and last will be string for in which we insert the string parenthesis. So we name it as current string, and inside of this there will be base condition, which is when current string is equal to the n into 2, which means we'll reach to the string length of current string dot length. Then we have to push the string in our answer vector, and we just return it since the function return type is void. After that, we have to simply write 2 main conditions. First will be when open is less than n. Then we have to recursively call the function and pass the parameters, which is answer n, which will be remain same, and open plus 1, as the open will be incremented, close will remain same, and we have to add the open parenthesis. So we have added the open parenthesis, and we will write the similar condition for the close. So that will be if close is less than open, then we have to recursively call the fn function and pass the parameter answer n, which will remain constant, open, comma, close plus 1, since the close will be incremented, and current string plus the closing bracket. And that's the whole program. Let's run it and hope it will work. Okay, so there is a spelling mistake. It will be back. And in all last, we have to return the answer vector. And that's it. Thanks for watching the video.